Hello and welcome back to another Poketoria video. I am James and today we're on the TCGO, the trading card game online, and we're going to go through the decks the game gives you to play with from the get-go. So you get these decks for free when you first sign up to the game and load it up. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we have it. This is the screen you will go to. You'll click this little symbol at the top left here, says cards, then go to deck manager, and this is where we are. And the game first off gives you Born of Fire, Crushing Current, Hidden Depths, and Mental Might. And we're going to go through these four decks, and I want you guys down in the comments of what you think is the best deck out of these four to go through the trainer challenges with. I know the goal is to beat all of the trainer challenges with each and every deck, but I want to know your thoughts on what you think is the best against the majority. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off by looking at Born of Fire. So first off, you can see we get a coin, an Arceus coin. The deck box looks like that, as you've seen. And the card sleeves are normal. They don't give you any special card sleeves. And right off the bat, you can see you get an Eevee. You get how many of these? 3 of these in the deck. It says I've got 10 because that's how many of this Eevee I have in the game. We then get a Flareon, Growlithe, an Arcanine with a full attack power of 90, which I think is fairly good. You get a Moltres, which is very nice looking, Vulpix, Meowth, Persian, Snorlax, Ponyta, Rapidash, Taurus, and that is the Pokemon. You get 24 Pokemon altogether in this deck. Weirdly, you get Vulpix, but you don't get Ninetales, which I think is very odd, because you get the evolutions to everything else. So I find that to be rather odd, but I guess it's to fill in that basic slot so you don't run out of bench Pokemon. And I think that is a fairly good sort of list of Pokemon. I think fairly strong against most things apart from, you know, water and ground fighting. Then let's move on to the trainers, and we have a Pokeball. We have a fresh water set, very good for healing every single one of your Pokemon. We have energy retrieval, town map, level ball, scorched earth, Professor Sycamore, Steven, Lysandra, Judge, Giovanni's Scheme, experience share, and weakness policy. I think some very strong cards in here. One of my favorites would be this one. Flip a coin if heard, search your deck for a Pokemon. Any Pokemon. Could be Arcanine, could be Moltres, could be Flareon. You just search for it. If you get heads, you can get that Pokemon and you've got hold of it, which I think is a very, very powerful. It's a 50-50 but very powerful card in my mind. Another one that is very, very powerful is this one in my mind. The level ball. You search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less, which is the majority of this deck. You put it in your hand and shuffle afterwards, because if we look here, 90 HP. The ones above 90 HP are Arcanine, Moltres, and Taurus, and Snorlax. Everything else is 90 HP or less. So you can grab yourself a Flareon, you can grab yourself Persian, and you can grab yourself Rapidash if you don't have them, which I think is a very, very good card. You then have the One Stadium card, which once during each player's turn, that player may discard a fire or fighting. So if you're facing a fighting, it kind of works against you in a way, but it is in your favor majorly. You could discard 1 energy and you can pick up 2 cards from your deck, so an extra 2 cards a turn, which I think is very good. And then there are some other very good cards, like if you come across a water deck and you have your strongest Pokemon on the field, you'd use this card. You attach this to the card you have out front, your strongest card being the Arcanine or the Moltres or the Snorlax, whatever, has no weaknesses. So doesn't do double attack against your weakest Pokemon. And then we have our energy cards. We have 16 basic energies, and then we have 2 burning energies. This card can only be attached to fire type Pokemon. This card provides fire energy only while this card is attached to a fire Pokemon. It has some other special abilities as well, but that is the Born of Fire deck. And now we move on, we'll start looking at the Crushing Current deck. And in this, we'll have a look at the Pokemon only. We have a Pikachu, a Raichu, a Kangaskhan, Eevee, Jolteon, Zapdos, Voltorb, Electrode, Rattata, Raticate, Magnemite, Magneton, Spearow, and Fearow. So in this deck, every single Pokemon has its evolutionary trait. Each Pokemon in this deck has its evolution Pokemon. Aside from the Born of Fire deck, where Vulpix didn't have Ninetales. In this, all Pokemon can evolve, of course, apart from the ones that don't evolve, like Zapdos and Kangaskhan. And there are some very good Pokemon here, Zapdos obviously being one of them, with Raging Thunder, 120 damage, but it does 40 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. So you have to damage your own to damage the opponent. Another good contender is obviously, you've got Electrode, Fearow, Kangaskhan. Mega Punch has no effects on yourself, it just does 100 damage, which I think is a very, very good card. And again, you get that coin, the deck box, and no card sleeve. The trainer cards we have here, we have Ultra Ball, Acrobike, Potion, Revive, Sky Field, Tierno, Shauna, Pokemon Fan Club, Winona, Lucky Helmet. You get 2 of them. One of my favorites in this is obviously the draw free cards, but also the Pokemon Fan Club, where you can search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon, so your Pikachus, your Magnemites, Rattatas, Kangaskhan, Zapdos, all of them, 2 basic Pokemon, reveal them and put them straight into your hand. Any 2. If you don't have Zapdos and he's not in your prize cards perchance, he's in your deck somewhere, you use this card, you've got Zapdos. I think that's pretty good move. And here we are. If you play this stadium card, Sky Field, each player can have up to 8. Instead of just 5, you can have 8 Pokemon on his or her bench, which I think is very, very good. And then we have our basic Lightning Energy and our special Energy, double normal, so it's double colorless energy, and you get 2 of them, and that is the Crushing Current deck. Moving on now to the Hidden Depths deck, where we have a Lapras, Porygon, an Articuno, an Eevee, Vaporeon, Magikarp, Gyarados, Psyduck, Doduo, Dotrio, Goldeen, Seaking. I thought there was more. There is not. And again, like the Born of Fire deck, we have a Pokemon that has an evolution, but you don't get it in this deck. Poor little Psyduck here will never evolve. The rest, however, you have 3 that don't evolve. There are, in the other decks, there were Pokemon that didn't evolve, but they are the ones that do. And you can see so far, we have had the 3 birds, and 3 evolutions. So I sense there's a little bit of a theme here, but that'll change in the next deck. So big contenders, you've obviously got Articuno. Again, like the Kangaskhan in the last deck, there's nothing that affects your team or your Pokemon in any way. You just do 100 damage to the enemy Pokemon. Vaporeon is also a very, very good card. Gyarados, very powerful card. Flip a coin for each water energy attached to this very Gyarados. So you could have 7 water energies, and you could flip 7 coins, and for each time it lands on heads, it does 30 more damage added to the 90, which I think is beautiful. Let's move on to the trainer cards, and in this one you get a Great Ball, a Dive Ball, Pokemon Catcher, Max Potion, Professor's Letter, Max Revive, N, Skylar, Wally, Fisherman, Lass's Special, and a Healing Scarf. Again, one of the powerful contenders in this, you've got N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into his or her deck, then each player draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Now, if you're winning and you've only got 1 or 2 prize cards left, this is not a great card if you had more than 2 cards in your hand to begin with. But if you've got, say, 1 card in your hand and you've got 6 prize cards, play this card. You get 6 cards in your hand. I think that's great. And the other one is Healing Scarf. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to the Pokemon this card is attached to, it heals it by 20 damage. Very good contenders. And again, that's the deck box. The coin is exactly the same, and the sleeves don't change. And for the energies, you've got your basic 17 energies and 2 splash energies. This card can only be attached to water Pokemon, just like the last one, or sorry, in Born to Fire, it could only be attached to a fire type Pokemon. This card provides a water energy only while it's attached to a water Pokemon. Similar, very similar thing. And we'll move on to the last deck of today. I have more decks here, but they are from, like, I bought this one IRL in real life, as well as this one. This one I got within the game. This one in the game, I believe. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yes, let's move on to the last deck, Mental Might. And in this deck, you get a Woobat, a Swoobat, Golett, Ralts, Curlier, and Gallade, a Skitty, a Delcatty, a Hoot Hoot, Miltank, and a Furfrou. So you've got Hoot Hoot, that evolves, but you don't get the evolution card. You don't get Gardevoir, we get Gallade. Golett doesn't have his evolution either. Miltank, Furfrou, they don't evolve. So already I can see big difference in this deck to the other ones, and in my opinion it kind of lowers it in my standards. Because yes, Gallade is a very good card. I don't think there's a big contender against the other decks, say against the 3 birds or Gyarados in that point. But other than that, Gallade is a good card. You've got Golett, can be very strong for a basic Pokemon, 50 damage, no retaliation. And Miltank. Miltank is also a very good, put it out there, it will defend you for a good while with a Hammer in doing 60. We then get the trainer cards here, and we get an Escape Rope, an Evo Soda, a Great Ball, Potion, Professor's Letter, Roller Skates, Pokemon Center Lady, Pokemon Fan Club once again, Tino once again, and Hard Charm. One of my favorites in this for the trainers is Pokemon Center Lady. Heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. Say if it's paralyzed, asleep, poisoned, any of them, burn, it will remove that condition and heal it by 60. Very powerful card in my mind. And then you've got Hard Charm. Any damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to by an opponent's attack is reduced by 20. So straight off the bat, you attach this to your basic bench Pokemon. He's only got, or he or she only has, a bench basic-based Pokemon. And if its attack only does, say, I did not mean to do that, say only has this attack, it will do nothing to your Pokemon every turn until it evolves or they change it. And then we have the energies, and all you get is the 18 basic energies. You don't get any special energies. And yeah, those are those 4 decks that the game gives you from the start to do these trainer challenges. I have completed my trainer challenges. You start off with the gold and you can defeat them with these decks. You can only use these decks that it either gives you or that you purchase from this shopping cart symbol here, and you move over to decks and you can buy any of these right from the newest Vivid Voltage, Charizard or Dreadnought decks right back to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And it only costs the 500 coins that you can get by playing the game. You don't have to use any currency from the real world to buy these decks. You just play the game, unlock more coins, and you can purchase these decks. You can also, as you could see on this page, you can create your own. You can create any kind of deck you want with the cards that you have. Instantly, you have all of the cards from these decks. The game gives you that for free. And then I've got one here, it's probably already been used, but you use these code cards that you see in all of our previous videos to unlock a pack. I don't think I have any at the moment. We go to packs. I don't have any at the moment, but if you redeem one of these codes, your pack will show up here and you can open the pack online and you will get the cards and be able to keep those cards forever in pristine condition as well in this game and use it in any deck you want to make. So down in the comments, it would be very muchly appreciated on your opinions of what you think the best deck out of these 4 are that the game gives you to battle the trainer challenges. And that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ding dong that bell for notifications when we next upload a video. This is Poketoria, I've been James, and I really hope you've enjoyed this instructional video. Next time we will talk through how to actually create your own deck. I'll help you through the basics. We'll build a basic grass deck, a basic fire deck, and so on from the cards that I personally have. You guys will have different cards, but it's just a quick sort of, this is how the game teaches you how to build a deck. And I hope you'd enjoy that type of content. Let us know down in the comments and on our Discord and our social medias. We love any kind of feedback, be it good or bad, so do help us out please, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye.